So here's the box that the 2017 edition of the Galaxy A7 comes in. To keep things simple, I'm going to be referring to it simply as the Galaxy A7. Anyway, opening up the box, we've got the A7 itself. Let's peel the protective plastic off. And there's this little sticker to the back, removing that. Now let me set the A7 aside for the time being and let's get back to the box contents. We've got IMEI stickers, the warranty card and a quick start guide, a 32GB micro SD card, now that's nice, earphones, a micro USB to Type-C adapter, a Type-C cable and an adapter fast charger. Oh, by the way, I did forget to show the SIM ejector tool, so here it is. Now getting back to the A7, Samsung's update design came here. It's almost like a bigger Galaxy S7 but without the shiny reflective back. It's still Gorilla Glass, 3D glass to the back and 2.5D to the front to be precise. It still seems to pick up smudges like crazy, but the A7 feels very premium in hand. By the way, this is one of the first Galaxy A phones to sport an IP68 certification, so it is as water and dust resistant as the Galaxy S7. Now let's take a closer look at the button placements. The 3.5mm headphone jack, primary microphone and a USB Type-C port are present at the bottom. To the left, we've got the volume rockers and a tray. This is for SIM 1. Up top, we've got a secondary noise cancelling microphone and yet another tray. Here's where you can pop in your second SIM card and a micro SD card. I like Samsung's decision to not go with a hybrid setup here. The power button and the speaker are located to the right. To the front, on top, we've got the sensors, earpiece and a 16MP front-facing camera. That's followed by Samsung branding and a 5.7-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display, meaning a pixel density of about 385 pixels per inch. And at the bottom, we have the regular physical home key with a fingerprint scanner built in and flanked by the recent apps and back capacitive keys. This is an active fingerprint scanner, so you don't have to press the key to wake the device. My initial impressions, it seems to work well. To the back, we've got Samsung branding and above that a 16MP camera with a single LED flash. Fun fact, the A7 is just 7.9mm thick and yet this camera doesn't protrude at all. Now underneath the hood, the A7 is powered by a 64-bit Exynos 7880 chip. This contains 8 Cortex A53 cores clocked up to 1.9 GHz each, coupled with the Mali T830 MP3 GPU and 3 GB of RAM. On paper, it should be about as powerful as the Snapdragon 625. Does it translate to real-life performance? Well, that's the question, right? We'll have more on it in the full review. Do note that this 7880 is also built on the 14nm FinFET process, just like the Snapdragon 625. So expect it to be quite power efficient. Anyway, there's also 32 GB of onboard storage and a 3600 mAh battery. The A7 runs on Android 6 Marshmallow with Samsung's latest TouchWiz UI on top. This is the new refined interface that we first saw on the Galaxy Note 7. Despite not being a flagship device, Samsung's not omitted the basics like a gyroscope or ambient light sensor here. There is support for an always-on display functionality. If you don't like how this interface looks, you can change it quickly by swapping it out with one of the themes from the theme store. Other Samsung staples like the multi-window mode to run two apps side by side, or the floating window mode for enhanced multitasking, the secure folder, or the ultra power saving mode, they all make a return. There are only two major omissions here. Number 1, haptic feedback's been disabled. As always, you can enable it for the keyboard with a third-party app, but for the recent app and back keys, you just can't get it. Number 2, the camera app has the depreciated Pro mode with just the basic functionality. Now, talking about the camera, here are a few quick camera samples we shot around the office. Both the rear and front-facing cameras sport similar 16MP resolutions with similar f1.9 aperture. Let me know what you think about these samples. The Galaxy A7 is currently priced at around $425 or 29,000 Indian rupees. And while that's not as good a value as say the OnePlus 3T, given the branding, the premium build and the fact that people are okay paying 25,000 rupees for a Moto with a 625 underneath, this might just be a killer offering from Samsung. Anyway, I'll have more for you in the full review, so that's it for this quick unboxing. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, vote it down if you didn't, and for more videos like this including that full review, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. If you do want to pick a Galaxy A7, the 2017 edition of it up, I'll leave direct links in the description below. Use them, that helps the channel out. So now that's done, if you're wondering what to watch next, here's a relevant video. Click that, hopefully you won't be disappointed.